Chapter 4. What He Forgot to Forget. The words echoed in Anna's mind for days. Don't believe it was just an accident. She read them over and over, imagining Marco's voice saying them. A voice full of fear. Maybe regret, maybe warning. She hadn't told him about meeting Laura. Not yet. She needed more. More than just a half confession from a woman who'd known part of him. She needed the truth from him, or from somewhere deeper. And so she began to dig. Day 1, Anna took time off work, faked the flu, and started combing through old files, USB sticks, backup drives. Anything Marco had touched digitally. Most of it was nothing. Client briefs, half-finished presentations, badly organized folders of vacation photos. But in one forgotten folder, labeled Sketches, she found a document named Directive 3.txt. It was encrypted. That alone was strange. Marco was careful with his client files, but not paranoid. And this wasn't work-related. She tried his usual passwords, their anniversary, his sister's birthday, his old student number. On the 4th try, it opened. Inside, only 3 lines. 3 people know what I did. If one of them disappears, the others will come looking. If I disappear, start with LK. Her stomach turned cold. LK, Laura Kravchenko. So he knew someone might come after him, or that something in his life was dangerous enough to hide. She opened a notebook, began writing everything down. Names, dates, fragments of phrases. Anything that might later connect. Day 2, she watched him closer. Marco had returned to his quiet routines, cooking, pacing the balcony, occasionally watching TV with blank eyes. She wanted to ask him outright. Do you remember what you were running from? Instead, she said, do you ever feel like someone's watching you? He looked up, startled. Why would I? Just a feeling, she said. Marco thought for a moment. There was something strange the day before the crash. I kept thinking someone was following me, but when I turned around, no one was there. Anna's blood went cold. Did you tell anyone? I told the nurse. She said it was probably stress or the medication. Anna nodded, but her mind raced. Marco was followed. He knew it. And the crash? Maybe it wasn't just an accident. Day 3, she returned to Laura. They met again, but this time in a public park. No teacups, no polished lies. Did he ever talk about his past? Anna asked. Laura frowned. Barely. He mentioned working with someone years ago who got into trouble. Said he quit before things got messy. Who? He never said the name. But he called him the Collector. Anna's breath caught. She knew that name. Years ago, Marco had helped a man with a digital archive project. Private clients, encrypted storage, shady payments. When Anna had asked about it, Marco brushed it off as just archiving boring emails for a paranoid collector. He never mentioned the job again. Before, Anna searched the name online. It turned up nothing useful. Of course, the Collector wasn't someone who advertised, but through an old online forum that Marco once frequented, she found a clue. A user named Rook93 had posted cryptic updates months ago. The 3rd is back in Kyiv. Dangerous. Memory loss or playing dumb. Another post, a few days later, if you find the girl, he'll follow. Anna stared at the screen. Was she the girl? Was someone trying to use her to draw Marco out? She checked the forum profile. It had been inactive since the week of the crash. Day 5 that night, Anna confronted Marco. She didn't show him the notes, or the posts, or the warning in the encrypted file. She simply asked, did you ever work with someone called the Collector? He froze. The color drained from his face. And then, for the first time since the accident, his voice cracked. I don't remember, he said. But his eyes, wide, haunted, said something else entirely.